All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. Back, another episode of Main and Slim. I'm
Yes,
Main.
sir.
This is Slim, of course.
Nah, man.
What you been doing? Nah, I'm Main, man.
Nah, man.
Slim too cool for me, man.
Nah,
No, Main too cool for you, though.
nah, I want to be main today.
All right, go ahead. Start it off then.
Nah, go ahead.
How you been, though? What you been up to, man?
Man, I've been chilling, man. I'm injured. My foot messed up, but I'm still working like always.
All right,
You know what I'm saying?
I heard through the grapevine that you've been enticing a comedy beef. That's what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't know if it's
I
true
don't
or
know
not.
nothing about that.
All right, I'm saying the street saying might be a different Slim. I don't know.
I think so. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Unless some content come out with Slim in it, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
You said some content come out.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the kicker right there. That's the golden line right there.
If I don't get no content out of it, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's funny. What's your thoughts on that? Like, I know we're gonna talk about some other stuff in a second, but as far as media goes, what's your thoughts on people using? Yeah, let's talk about that because that's been a common theme I think for this year, at least locally, for where we at in real life too. But people using podcasts and platforms such as ours, yours, mine, whether it be the higher up as Vlad, whatever, people using that to perpetuate their own beefs. Because I'm noticing now sometimes it's not always the interviewer now or the host. Sometimes people like now they're going to shows or going on these platforms solely to get their shit off.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Them lives is cute and they like, fun. And like, 10 people come on there every like 20 minutes. But like when you build a platform and a lot of people come to that all the time, at least like 100, 200, it's a big difference between them 10 to 20 people that's gonna get on that live. So I don't blame them for wanting to get on a podcast that like people tune to at the same time every week to check out. Not even that, like once they see the notification, because a lot of people hit them bells. If you tell them to or not, they hit them bells. So they gonna click on it regardless. And it don't matter if it's 50 to 100, it's still more than 10 to 20 that's gonna get on that live. So I see why they do it.
Yeah. I mean, I see, but I mean, like, how do you take that? Do you feel awake? I mean, we put a lot of time into our craft and into building our craft, building our followers, our platform, our following, our support that we get.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't take nothing personally, dog. That's just that's just me as a person. I always been like that. I don't take nothing personally. So like, I know when somebody is trying to waste my time or somebody's trying to do something I don't agree with, and if I let it happen, I'm not mad about it. I take accountability for all my actions. I'm never mad when things like that happen.
How do you navigate through that? Like, let's say that happens and now you got one person, they come to the platform, they get their shit off, whatever. Is next week the next person's turn, or how you navigate that for your? We don't do that too much on here, thank God, because you got to pay.
Yeah.
Thank God for not being free, right? But when we on our platforms where it's primarily not necessarily monetary driven, how do you navigate that then? And you, matter of fact, you've had that, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. I'm typically gonna turn a podcast down if it's some real beef, especially if it's some street shit. I'm gonna typically turn that down. But if I already did it and the person on there is talking about another person, I will give them a chance, that person a chance to come on the platform and speak their mind also, because I pride myself in being neutral in any situation.
Would you
That's
give
just
that?
me
Would you give that
personally,
person the chance to hit back, or you getting that person a chance to talk so that it don't spill over outside of podcasting?
That's a great question, because if it's like some real beef shit, oh, that shit dead right then and there, goddamn. After I put the shit out, I ain't know nothing about it. I wouldn't have put it out if I knew about it.
Right.
But like, if it's not like some real beef shit and it's just some back and forth shit, then yeah, I'll give them a chance to come on and pop their shit. Yeah, for sure.
We really gotta classify, not us right now. I'm just saying, like, because how we talking, We gotta classify what's gonna be considered real beef in this day and age.
Man, I'm gonna keep the buck with you. None of this shit be real beef.
But can I tell you something? You know what's crazy? They think about it. This is funny to me. Niggas been asking what's beef since '95.
Yeah, I know. like Pac and Biggie ain't show us.
It ain't been 1 decade, and we thought that wasn't real beef. It's just rap. Niggas died.
Shit, no, that was beef.
You know, so since the '90s, we've been asking this, what's real beef? So you say that, but like, is it really defined? It's almost, well, at least in the '90s, we knew what a snitch was. You know, now we don't know what it is, but that's another topic. But yeah, so like,
I ain't gonna lie, niggas got me thinking Troy Ave didn't snitch now.
Hey, let me tell you
when it first came out, I was like, bro, he snitched.
This is why he's a great podcaster. That was a perfect segue. I didn't have to say nothing at all. You just knew. Like, read my mind. No notes. We ain't got no notes. We just turned it. He ate some food. We turned it on and started talking. Yeah, man. We can talk about that first. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
we ain't talking about it.
Bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I could see why somebody think he is, and we can do a deep dive into that. But I'm with you with, I don't think I can consider him a snitch because I don't think he told anything that he shouldn't have told.
Yeah, the definition of snitch that we all grew up thinking, he's not classified under that. But we always felt like if a street guy talks to law enforcement, he's snitching. And I always thought when I was a kid, that's kind of stupid because if a nigga kidnap your daughter and you ain't got none of the equipment that the FBI got, why the fuck wouldn't you call them folks?
It's like anything, it's this thing called the game. I've been talking to this about somebody. The game, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's men and women, whether it's relationship, whether it's street, the game is fickle, man. That's why when you're in it, all rules ain't rules, bro. Like the rules got rules to rules.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? And when you start talking about the snitching and that thing, with that situation though, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. So I watched my son video today, and he was talking about a little bit. He was a little pissed off. He was like, you know, because I'm gonna say this real quick, man. Troy Ave makes some good music. I ain't gonna lie, man. Troy Ave, he's very he reminded me of 50 back in the day, not lyrically, but just sonically. Like, you know, it's stuff you could ride to.
I stopped listening to him after the situation happened, so I don't know none of his new shit. But his old shit, that shit, that shit was going crazy.
The new stuff is going. I'm being honest with you. I wouldn't even say it if it ain't.
I believe it because his old shit was fire.
But
I just stopped listening to him just because
you want Tax to come home. That's what it was. You want Tax to come home. Just tell the truth.
A little bit was tax, just a little bit though. But majority of it was just like, I ain't gonna lie, it's certain guys, I'm gonna sound like you with this, but it's certain guys like I listen to and I view them as in this light, and now like I can't listen to it the same no more because like I don't view you like that no more.
No, it's crazy. I think after the music, after that situation, I viewed him like that more than I did before. However, we always talk about people are lame and this and third. I do think he's a street person who's kind of lame. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you said that too because a lot of people don't know that.
You could be street and be lame. That's fine.
Yeah.
You could possibly go kill somebody and be lame. You could be quick to shoot somebody and be lame. You could fight, have hands and be lame. It's fine. You know, everybody that can fight ain't cool.
Yeah.
Everybody that shoots ain't cool. You could be a top 5 hooper in the world and be lame.
It's a lot of
be a top actor and be lame. Look at Michael B. Jordan. But just being funny. But yeah, so the Troy Ave thing, right? He made a good point because Troy got this song. He's saying like, "I hated I won."
Yeah.
I guess he's happy that Tax is in jail. That's a little wild to me. I think when you think about this, that's why that he on that thin line of the whole snitch thing because you happy somebody went to jail and you had to say things to get that person.
Bro, let me remind you of something though. Before 6ix9ine, Troy Ave was the first person I ever heard say the streets is a myth. That was the first person I ever heard say that.
His situation happened before 6ix9ine situation happened too.
He was the first person I heard say that.
But no, I and this is the devil's advocate. I follow him heavily. That was his rebrand. Because he didn't say that until after the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's seen his case. All right, cool. 2017. We're gonna start with
he
this
was
Streets is a
preparing for
Myth.
the narratives.
Exactly.
He was preparing for the narratives.
He had a 5-year plan
Yeah.
of how he was gonna come up out of this and still
Really
be
smart brother for that though.
smart.
Yeah.
You could be lame and smart. Or, you know, you could be lame and other things. Like people forget the word and. You could be two things at one time, right?
Yeah.
But as relates to that though, right? I kind of felt my son a little bit, man. He was like, you know, what did you win though? Like,
Yeah.
somebody,
I've seen that.
Your best friend is dead. His mom don't have a son no more. That person's brother don't have a brother no more. You ain't got a friend no more. And all this happened because of you. So what did you really win?
I was wondering that too when he came out, when the verdict came out. When I'm gonna be honest with you, I felt like Taxstone won. That's just me. I feel like I'm the only person.
Manslaughter. Yeah,
he didn't get life, and he got found not guilty of two of the most serious crimes, and he got found guilty of the other crimes, which weren't small crimes neither. But I felt like he won. Like,
right.
Bruh, he's going to live to see another day. He's going to. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to spend the rest of his life in jail. He's going to come out. Because I like to speak positive shit out there. He's going to come out. But Troy Ave doing videos in front of the courthouse and shit, talking about he just won a case. Nigga, you didn't win no damn case. Yeah. What are you talking about? That shit did not say Troy Ave on it nowhere, nigga. That was Taxstone versus the state of fucking New York.
That nigga's insane, bro.
He's insane for that shit.
That nigga's insane.
Bro, you was a fucking, I don't even know the name of the shit no more, because that type of shit pisses me off.
But you know how lame you gotta be?
You was a witness, nigga.
Witness. And,
yeah.
And had to testify. But you know how lame you gotta be to, and I like Troy Ave music. I'm saying he's lame, but I like his music. I don't know if he did this beforehand and it's a rollout. First of all, the rollout is fire. But it's bozo. It's lame. It's fire because I'm looking at it from a consumer standpoint of, to me, it's somebody who's not being in the street, none of that stuff. It's just like, I'm looking at it from, wow, like he's really taunting him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I say this, man, I'm consistent. When Tax was dissing him on the pod, when I listened every week back then, and he was like, when he see Troy, he's gonna spit in his face and all the other stuff.
I remember that shit.
I was like, hey, I like the Tax now. I was liking that. So I gotta be fair and consistent across the board. Now the joke's on Tax. I can't say Troy Ave won, but Tax, he didn't lose, but he going to jail. So yeah, it's an L anyway. It may not be the worst loss, but it's a loss. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the snitch thing. I don't want to do too much of that. But all he did was recant what really happened. Now, is that telling though? I was told that if you in the streets, you abide by the streets. We just podcasters, so we don't know. But they said if you're in the streets, you abide by the streets. That you supposed to, in a situation like that. This is what a non-street nigga told me, mind you. But or ex, all non-street niggas is ex-street niggas. So forget everybody got a pass, right?
Yeah.
Niggas ain't never been outside. But anyway, he said you supposed to let the streets handle that, and I didn't know what that. I'm still to this day trying to figure out what that means. So I should just not say nothing, be quiet, and risk the chance of me going to jail for something I didn't do. Mind you, I'm not saying that. He did it wasn't me and it's something I did. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying it's what happened. I don't know. It do sound like snitching now I think about it, bro. The more I talk about it, it's not like snitching. It's hard. It's really hard to say it's not snitching, but I don't think I think he just told the truth. He would understand told the truth, and I guess in the street you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah,
it's like an honor amongst street niggas or thieves.
If the code is supposed to be the code, and the street niggas ain't supposed to say nothing that happened, then yeah, don't say nothing. But I'm gonna be honest with you, because we grown now. When I was a kid, I wouldn't have said what I'm about to say right now. That shit is the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
Definitely is.
If a nigga run off in my house and I kill him, and I know I had every grounds to kill him, why the fuck when the police come, I'm gonna be like, I ain't snitching, nigga. Bro, I'm telling the police exactly what happened. That nigga ran in my house and I shot through the door. You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame you.
I shot through the door. And that's me being, if I was a street nigga or a civilian, I'm doing the same thing. Like, bruh, I'm telling the police what's going on. If I had children and somebody kidnapped my children, I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
It don't matter if I'm in the streets or I'm a civilian. Like, all that street code, this street code, that, hey man, human codes come first.
What if you live next door to a pedophile? Would you call the cops on them?
You talking about like Cameron?
I'm just asking you. I don't know what Cameron did say. I don't know nothing about that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm keeping my answer to myself. And that nigga Cameron
He was head ass, bro.
is wild as hell for answering that shit on the news. I said he's wild for answering on the news.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. That obviously, like I said, I think that. Yeah, it's not a tough answer. It's not a tough question for me because I got kids. So,
A pedophile wouldn't be living by you anyway.
that's the thing. And if there was, then I mean, it's ways to handle that. You don't have to call law, I guess, but that's also dumb too. It's like somebody really would try to like honor the street code and just take it to their own hands. And why? Why would you do that? Like, 'cause the cops are gonna say, you know what? Let him off. He did a good job. It's not gonna happen, bro. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
But we mentioned the Detroit thing. I just get both sides of it. That's all I'm saying. I get both sides. I get the side of people saying, and then I think how he parading around. I think that's the thing that gets people the most, the fact that he's going around parading around like he's happy somebody went to jail, when really, when you think about it, you lost somebody. You really shouldn't be celebrating.
Everybody lost around the board.
Yeah, it was no winners.
Yeah.
So to say I won is like, that's almost a slap in the face to your man's family, how you parading around and the things you're doing. And then using this to kind of promote new music and stuff. My only question would be is that man's family getting a percentage of this album, or you know what I'm saying? Not that would help, because money ain't gonna bring nobody back.
Hell no. Money shit don't mean nothing in them cases.
So that was just, I don't know. I'll let people decide that, man. But you know what? I want to get to this. So we talk about media and how media is done, whether the negative, the positive, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I think the media, as far as that case is concerned, I think they did an okay job. But I think that case was easily watched as it happened. But recently, what we want to talk about today is the Vlad interview. Did you watch the interview ever? Did you watch the interview? Which
one?
With the kid who got killed?
Yes, I watched it right before I started podcasting earlier today.
What's your thoughts? Before we get into, let's break it down first. So it was an interview that came out on DJ Vlad TV.
4 days ago.
4 days ago.
From the day we were recording.
And it's a picture floating around of that same person in a room or a kitchen area by the door with blood from somebody who apparently passed away in that area from trying to do attempted robbery.
Correct.
It's a picture of him, I guess, like posing at a scene where somebody
in front of the crime scene
got killed.
Because it is a crime scene.
Right. And he went on Vlad, did an interview. He's now dead. Got killed. That's it. That's the rundown. There's no other time.
Side note. Can I pause real quick for a side note?
Sure.
Something that people don't know, because Big King asked me about this also. When somebody dies in your house or you kill somebody in your house or anything along those lines, it's up to you to clean that up. The police does not clean it up. The state doesn't clean it up. Samuel L. Jackson did a whole movie about that when he was trying to get his acting back. But that shit was horrible. But go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's on Netflix still. I just can't watch it. I like
What's
Samuel
it called?
Jackson. I don't know. The Cleanup Man?
Cleanup. It might be the Cleanup Man.
Or Mr. Clean, something like that.
Yeah, his job was to clean up crime scenes after people die.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna read my post, I guess. Let me read that. No, tell me what you think about the interview. Tell me about that first.
The interview?
What's your thoughts? I'll go after you.
Ooh. You really want me to get in that bag first?
Get in the bag, man.
Man, first off, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. And I just got done doing my pod and I hinted about this. And now I'm a go even further on Main and Slim. I hate messy ass podcasters. When I say I hate messy ass podcasters, because I was talking about this earlier with the Kevin Gates thing, with the podcasters that did an interview with a trans woman that said she had sex with Kevin Gates. And I was just like, why the fuck would you do a podcast about that? Like, that's stupid as hell. But let's go even further with Vlad doing his interview with a guy who allegedly claims that he killed someone, which he ain't killed nobody. If you hear the whole fucking interview, he didn't kill nobody.
Yes, they
He
said
didn't even shoot shit.
His girl killed him.
His girl killed
Or
killed
a girl,
the people.
because he kept saying like,
and he is claiming his free body. That's what's going on. He is claiming his free body that his girl did. It's just nasty as hell, bro. Like doing an interview with somebody that's parading around, acting like he just gangster of the year because his girl killed somebody, and lying, talking about he got shot in his arm, and nigga, we see the cast, and you talking about some damn, you still had grip in your hand. No, nigga, that's not how it works, bro. That is not how it works, nigga. And I'm not a fucking doctor, and I know that's not how it works. Real nasty work coming from Vlad. Not surprised, though. Some people just don't have integrity, dog. And I'm going to be honest with you. I can't completely judge Vlad's integrity, just like I can't judge Adam 22's integrity, but I can completely tell you that mine doesn't align with theirs. Just like, I'm going to be honest with you, when it comes to morals, values, integrity, all that, when it comes to media, I put Vlad and Adam 22 about right here, literally like the top of the cell phone, about right here. When it comes to Joe Budden, I put his shit to the ceiling. Mine's, I'm not putting it where Joe Budden's is, because I said this earlier today. Joe Budden has just a little bit too much integrity. Like, bro, when you report on hip hop, I want to hear the shits, bro. It's a lot of shits in hip hop. I want to hear the shits. I will put mine just a little bit below that. Like, mine's would be like right here, because it's like I'm not doing no interview with Tekashi, nigga, for what? You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing an interview with a neo-Nazi, nigga, for what? I might do an interview with a racist person, like somebody who I know is racist, just so we can have a conversation, we can have the debate, as long as the conversation is in my field. I would do something like that. But yeah, back to Vlad, man, just a horrible fucking move, man. It just reminds me, I'm gonna say this every time he do some crazy shit. It reminds me of the shit he did to Eazy-E. Bro, you don't go to somebody's house, have dinner with their family. They're sitting here telling you they feel like it's a conspiracy that he died. I'm going to be honest with you. Once I hear that from the family and I'm that close to them and I'm doing all this shit and I'm kiki-and ha-haing with them, no matter what my thoughts is, it's over. I'm never speaking on that shit again. I'm too close to the situation. It's certain things you just got to keep to yourself to the grave. What this nigga do?
What did he do?
Bro, this nigga went public the next day and said, yeah, these motherfuckers crazy.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
That shit is insane. He said, these motherfuckers is crazy. These niggas really don't think this nigga was out here fucking bitches raw and caught AIDS.
That's wild.
Bro, despite what you think, you don't come back the next day and spill that shit. Despite what you think.
In the home with them and all that stuff. Like,
Yes,
did he say it to them at all?
No.
Of course not.
They found out on that same interview. We probably can find that shit later. But like, bro, he does nasty shit like that. Adam does nasty shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some niggas is literally business first. And I see why people get a bad rep for being business first.
You know, I would wonder, because I have questions about this thing rather than thoughts. What was the purpose of him coming to the interview? Like, just to talk about how somebody tried to rob him and he didn't, and it wasn't successful? Because, I mean, I would want to know, is he now going to reach out or have everybody on a platform who got robbed, made it out? And are we going to talk about that? Like, cause I don't get it. Like, this guy rapped. He rapped. I guess he made music, right? What song he?
And that's just ass.
What song did he have?
He was supposed to be somebody that was buzzing in Houston.
Yeah, I know. Normally, if you buzzing, it's from a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what's the song. I mean,
oh no, I heard them.
It was nice.
No, they was ass. They was real bad too, and not like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a real big Sauce Walker fan, but it wasn't even on no Sauce Walker type of shit. This shit was ass. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned integrity, and I think so. Of course, when I first watched, I'm like, I watched it, and it was fine because it was very detailed, which I got my own thoughts on that, but fine. Very detailed. But I think up until like the last maybe 12, 15 minutes is where I was like, okay, I would have cut this part out. I don't think it was a problem him telling what happened, because it's just your story. But I think when he started to do the whole, oh, they ain't on nothing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they broke. 20 of them is, one of me is 20 of them. They ain't gonna come back and do nothing anyway. They ass. That's when
See,
you
I
start.
ain't even get to that part.
The ending. I think the ending is what got him killed.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I only watched as much as Academics watched.
Oh, okay. You watched on his page.
Yeah,
Okay,
I watched
okay.
it on Academics, bro.
No, I like watching some academic because I like.
And you know,
like his commentary.
I don't like Academics neither. But when it comes to the hip hop shit, like I just said about Joe Budden, if I want to hear the shits, I gotta go to Academics.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But yeah, I think it was the ending for me. So you mentioned integrity, and you talk about like just. I think it's like this, man. And I'm gonna read. I want to read my post. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read my post, and then I'll read what some of the comments said. So I made a post, and I said, and that's where journalism / media / podcasting gets tricky. Vlad up 300 on the black community. He could have edited the last 10 minutes out. It just screamed, "Come kill me." But he gonna tell y'all, I didn't make him say that.
Facts.
And that's media for you. Yeah, you didn't make him say it. Prime example, even in local stuff. How many times do we do stuff you say, I'm gonna take that part out? That's kind of wild. I don't want this to start nothing. That's kind of wild. Hey, I don't think you should have said that. That's kind of wild. But I didn't make them say that. You didn't make them say that. But because of integrity, you make that decision to take that out.
Oh, I take shit out all the time.
It's an integrity. It's integrity driven. Now, there's some things you want to keep in there if it's funny. When you talk about something like that, that's somebody you can. speaking of taking it out, right?
He just called me too.
That's somebody that life can be taken. You know, like somebody died already. Somebody's already dead. So we already talking about that is opening up wounds that probably been maybe kind of closed, trying to close, they trying to heal, whatever. We talk street stuff and this, that, and third. Troy Ave and everything kind of go into play, but it's survivor. You got a thing called survivor's remorse.
Correct.
So imagine how the people feel that went with that guy on the mission. Not saying that was wrong or not saying that was right. I get it. They in the street stuff. And I hate, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Vlad when he talk about street stuff and give street laws as if he know it. That pisses me off. He was like, yeah, 'cause I think if you go into Rothmar, you should prepare to not come back. Who are you?
You should prepare to, who the fuck?
Who are you? Like, how do you know this? Like, what missions you in on? Who you rob? Not saying that it's cool to do that. I'm just saying, like, he talking as if he's from that world. I don't like that.
Not even that. So you mean to tell me, like, niggas join the military, like, just prepared to not come back? I mean, mentally you think about it, but nigga, you thinking about coming back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that was just, he got this weird street sense he think he has, he don't have. And then he always trying to compare. I mean, it's too personal. That's too personal. And granted, I like Vlad. Like, I think his quality is very potent. He got probably the top quality as far as like how it looks, the product, how it, you know, the definition.
I could never figure out why you like that nigga so much, bro.
I like this. He got a crisp, clean, cinematic look, and I don't think there's nobody doing interviews that look like that.
That ain't hard to do though.
I mean, I know that now,
nigga. I was just about to say you do that.
But that's why. I'm real enough to say that I'm inspired by that though. Now, mind you, I don't ask the question he asks.
Yeah.
I don't take his integrity, but that how he approached the look, I'm all over that.
You know what's funny?
I actually want a camera that moves.
I
like that too.
I never told you this before. One of my clients came up to me before and said, I want my podcast to look like this, and sent me a clip from your podcast.
That's funny. That's funny.
And she was like, "Can you do this?" I said, "Yeah, I think I can." I think I can. I might be able to do that.
Right. That's funny. But
that shit
that's
was
the
hilarious.
thing, though. I like the look. I think that's part of the reason why people even be interested in some of the podcasts I have on. You know what I'm saying? And then hopefully the body of work you're doing it play for that. But I say it to say, yeah. So I take that. I like that from Vlad. I do like that. Like, now how you go about his stuff, like I said, he business first. So to him is, and then it also is, you got podcasting and you got journalism. You got people who mix the two, who don't mix the two. And as a journalist, maybe he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I don't know. Those questions he's asking, because I heard Jamila talking about it one time, Jamila Hill.
Yeah.
Saying how Noriega's not a journalist. because he won't have certain guests on. You gotta be fair to, and I got that. I get that because you gotta interview murderers. You gotta interview the victim family. You gotta ask probing questions. You gotta ask these. That's journalism. What we do in podcasting is it's a little different. It's integrity based and it's kind of like what we want it to be, which is why it's podcast.
Yeah,
like,
I got a take on that though, dog. Like that is journalism, bro. But nigga, this is my show. I interview who the fuck I want to, nigga.
True.
You go to CNN and you talk to them about what's journalism. You know what I'm saying? This is something different.
But once again, we ask, what's beef? What's snitching? What's journalism?
Yeah.
Like, what's journalism?
Guess what? Journalism has changed.
Over the years.
When Joe Rogan became the #1 journalist in the country, he completely changed what journalism is. It's over now. Joe Rogan is the #1 journalist. And Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder used to work for CNN. Guess what? Now, nobody gives a fuck about nobody even knows who works at CNN, but we know what the fuck Steven Crowder does. Steven Crowder is a really strong right-wing Republican. They used to work for CNN, and he didn't agree with their tactics because journalism is real liberal nowadays. And he decided to make his own YouTube channel where he spits all that right-wing fucking rhetoric. Not saying I agree with everything he says, but, you know, don't give me my political bag.
Yeah, I was going to bring it back.
A lot of people told me I sound stupid in my political bag, too.
I ain't gonna tell that. But, so I want to read some of the comments of what people said. It said, I'm read all of them real quick. It said, Vlad get them unalived or locked up. You know, unalived is a thing now to say, not like dead.
Yeah, I'm never gonna blame Vlad for what happens after his interview.
I'm not gonna blame him.
I'm not going that far.
One person said, and they know this, but still go sit down with him thinking this making them somebody. I want to stop there real quick. Cause that's why I said you gotta know your reach. As an owner, a podcaster, or a journalist, you gotta know what your platform is to society.
Correct.
Vlad knowing that's a big platform, you can't tell me you thought that was just gonna fly over and nobody gonna see it.
I agree.
He probably was teasing them like, oh, you know, he said this, but you know that. You gotta think. Yeah, all right. You ever? I'm gonna do them a small level. Somebody ever say something about you online, or try to dish you, or try to sneak you, or a Facebook status, or something, or a tweet, or something like that. All right. Imagine they do that. I don't know if they did it to you. Imagine they do that. Imagine they get
happened before.
50 likes, mad shares. For some reason, it hit a little different then, because now it's everybody don't know it's about you per se, but it's getting some notoriety, and you know it's about you.
Yeah.
Now it don't bother you as much when they get one like, and that's it. It's like you lost. But I'm saying to say, imagine somebody talking about a situation like that and then trying to, clown you a little bit on one of the biggest platforms there is. And you try to rob and you didn't succeed. And your man's died.
And y'all still grieving.
That's a bit much, bro.
That Who I Smoke remix coming soon.
You out. It came ready.
Yeah, I know. Them niggas was right too. That turnaround time was crazy, nigga. I need turnaround time like that in my photography business.
I was about to say, what you talking about, bro? What's wrong with you? I know he was going with that. I know he was going with that.
I shouldn't have said that neither though.
Brandon Mim, shout out to him. He said, and he the one who was talking. Vlad history already tells us stop talking so much. I hate it for dude. He said he knew they was coming. If they wasn't soft, he said he would be ready. He said he wasn't leaving Texas. He knew he was doing. That's true. I can agree with that. And he did say that. I'm not leaving. Whatever. I know they coming, but it is what it is. That's what he said. MF has just talked too much. People, he said niggas get in interviews or on podcasts and tell it all for clout. But I digress. That was OG Trip. I think that meant two things in one.
Say that again, please. My bad. Quiet was calling me. I lost traction. You said Trip. I said I gotta know this.
Motherfuckers just talk too much. Niggas get in interviews or on podcasts and tell it all for clout. But I digress.
Next.
That means two things.
Next,
bro. Markel, shout out to him. He said, folks need to take accountability for the dumb shit at some point. I agree with that. Ken Jamal, he said, gotta leave the culture vultures and folks who don't mean well alone in Augusta and abroad. But, he put in quotations, but I want to know what's going on, in quotations. Gossip and entertainment aren't getting folks ahead. So yeah, that was some of the comments I got on my post.
I like that last comment.
Yo, Ken amazing, man. He just put words together well. I like that, and he's right. That's the thing. Like, I want to know what's going on. I want to gossip. I want to I want to get in that later because that's gonna be my segue to my next thing. But
Yeah.
with the Vlad situation, so I felt away because I just felt like with integrity, if you watch the whole thing, I guarantee you probably would feel the same way. If you take the last 15 minutes out, that interview sting a little different. Him just explaining what happened, no problem with that. It's what happened. It's just a recant of what happened. It's a recant of what happened. He didn't say nothing disrespectful the whole time. He told the story straight up, it seemed like. It wasn't until the very end.
He told that shit unbiased, too.
Very unbiased. And that's maybe, I'm like, damn, was he on drugs? But now this start kicking in because he started to be very different the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was more like, oh, I'm good. Like, it's almost like he told the story in real time and realized, like, I survived. I'm gonna talk shit now. That's how I felt when he did it. But all I'm saying is, I would wonder if them views that he got for that, not him, but Vlad, was it worth it? Or does he ever feel away? Like, I wonder, would you feel away?
What the views at right now?
Let me ask you this, Matt, while you're looking at that.
Yeah, go ahead.
How would you feel, God forbid, you have somebody on to tell a story about a traumatic event that happened that involved violence or whatever, somebody died. Towards the end, they start kind of getting a little disrespectful or just out of pocket.
That shit was at like 600,000 last time I looked at it. It's at 1.3 million.
Not enough.
Keep going though. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You see what I'm saying though? Like, and think about we never in Vlad space. Vlad can get that. Vlad can get that. He can get that again.
He can get 1.3 million.
He can get that again. So I would wonder, was it that deep? Mind you, it was on the members only first. Anytime how long this thing been out? I don't know how long it's been out. We saying 4 days, but it was one of the members. I'm not a member, but my brother is for some reason. I'm not a member on the Vlad thing.
What's up with your brother, man?
Going through it, man. I don't know, man. Shout out to my brother, man. Love him to death, man.
Nah, I'm joking. But bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro. As soon as I seen this,
wow,
what's up?
How would you feel?
How would I feel?
Somebody died, and the last thing they did was your podcast. Let's just say that, and it's probably something to do with what they said on your podcast, and you've probably had the chance to not put certain parts out. Probably.
Honestly, if something like that happened to me personally, bro, I probably wouldn't report on hip hop ever again. I'll only start reporting on books. I'll probably start a book club and just have a podcast about books.
You'll stay away from that particular content, right?
Yeah, because I don't want to be responsible or even have to hold the burden of anybody passing away from some shit that I could have controlled.
I want to make sure we clear on this. I don't think you are. I'm not blaming Vlad.
No, not at all.
When I say
I'm just telling you what I would do.
I'm joking because that's the thing we say. But he has. I mean, he look at the history. It's a lot of cases where people may be blaming him for things. All I'm saying is, with that history, given what you know about hip hop, given where you know you stand hip hop, how they view you, I feel like you're only adding to the reputation you have in that community when you do things like this.
Because, brother, let's be honest, though, because you said that, let's be honest. It's not a coinky dink that interview came out and bro posted them pictures and he was gone the next day. That's not a coinky dink. He got smoked for doing that interview and posting a picture at the crime scene.
Yeah.
That's not a coinky dink.
A lot of disrespect was with that. So yeah. So I'm not blaming. I can't blame Black. I just think that you gotta watch the things you perpetuate, because things like this happen when you perpetuate that type of stuff. I personally, I couldn't see myself interviewing somebody that, like, we've been in a room. People they want to say something. They want us to ask that question. If it's funny, I'm gonna ask. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna ask. I like funny stuff. If I know that you dealing with some real killers, if it's just rap, I don't care about rappers. I don't believe none of them about what they saying about. So that's fine. But if it's like, I know you dealing with some people that's like that for real, we ain't talking about that.
Yeah,
we ain't talking about that. That's too close. That's too close. And I'm not having no blood on my hands because you said the wrong thing.
Vlad asked 2 questions that whole story that bruh gave. The second question he asked was so disgusting. I damn near tried to erase that shit out of my mind. But he doubled back and asked it again in another way.
What did he ask? What was it? Which question was it?
Do you know the people and did you ever have beef with them? Why ask that question, bro?
Well, the guy clearly said he knew one of them. He actually said it in the story.
He said, I just see, bro, he dapped me up and, you know what I'm saying, he always asks me about features. And then that's when Vlad asks, do you have beef with his people? That's almost like, what are you getting to, bro? What are you getting to? Because, man, I don't know about you, but I ask questions because I got a follow-up.
Right.
I rarely ask the questions because it's random. Like, I'm a random person. But I rarely ask questions because it's random, especially when I'm interviewing.
No, you're right. I agree with you now. Now that you put it that way, yeah. Like I said, it's not necessarily a diss on Vlad because, like I said, to me, for what I do, that's the kind of the standard of the look wise, not the approach per se, but the look wise. But a lot of what I do kind of mirrors that, except that part, you know. But I also, but one thing Vlad don't do that I do, I go on camera and I also speak sometimes about the things that, you know, and I'm real front street with that stuff. He more hidden behind the camera all times, and I also never sue nobody for anything I reported.
Yeah.
So just throw that out there as well. I'm not even a big Rick Ross fan, but you know.
Hold on, I want to say something else before we get off of this topic too. This also was a very good learning moment. I'm sorry somebody lost their life from this.
For who?
For these young kids, these Gen Z kids. I really want them to pay this some attention, and I want them to understand one very important thing. And if I ever met Joe Budden and got on his platform, this will be the first topic I will ever tell him. Content isn't everything. I want these kids to know this little weird-ass goofy shit y'all doing is not worth it, bro. We are never going to get to the point where people are going to feel okay with you doing a little goofy shit and it's going to be okay. That shit is never okay, bro. Mocking the dead or playing about the dead is never okay. I know I just said who you smoke earlier as a joke. My bad, bro. That type of shit is disgusting. Them little niggas in Jacksonville.
You said he got smoked. I was like, oh no, I want to say that.
Yeah, because I was talking about the song.
You would give me Hassan Campbell vibe a little bit, but yeah.
Nah.
Pause. My bad. I ain't mean it that way.
But this nigga's crazy.
I'm just saying because I forgot what I said it joking, but I know it mean I don't mean that way.
Yeah. But yeah, like these kids. Yeah, he just sent me a long ass message.
Oh, okay.
You can read it if you want to. Hold on, let me unlock my phone. But yeah, these kids they gotta do better, man, because all this chasing clout is just not worth it, dog. You did an interview on one of the biggest platforms, especially in hip hop, and then you went and took this picture, nigga.
Well, I don't know.
What did you gain from that?
I don't know which came first. Now he could have been to the picture and just post. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know neither. I don't know neither.
I'm with you on that. I'll say this to say the same thing. Not blaming Vlad, that guy or young man who was killed. He played a part in this as well. Something like that. When you make it out of something like that, you should just leave it alone. Like you should just do your own thing. It shouldn't be let me go taunt them. That's naturally what he did after he taunted them.
Correct.
When you make it out of a robbery, especially one like that where they got the drop on you and you make it out, you take that blessing, whatever you want to call it, that good luck, whatever, I don't care, whatever you believe in, and you just get on. Get on. That's a smart thing to do. But to perpetuate and to taunt, you asking for it. So I'm not blaming Vlad. I do feel like me personally, I wouldn't put that part out because I would still feel away. Even though I could say, hey, you did this. I still feel like, well, maybe if I didn't put that part out, maybe it'd still be alive.
Another thing too, two more things, real quick and sweet. Don't invite nobody to your house. If you trying to portray this gangsta ass image and that's who you is, don't invite nobody to your fucking house, your personal space where your children lay at. And another thing, bruh, if a nigga got the down on you, bruh, just get him your fucking bap ass chain, bruh. Bro ain't even look like he had no money, bro. Just get a chain up, dog. You know what I'm saying? That chain probably was. I know that chain ain't worth his life, and it probably wasn't even worth the nigga life his girlfriend killed. Probably wasn't, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. If I gotta pick between a stranger that wants to kill me and my chain, I'm picking my chain, bro. Like, I don't want to have to kill nobody over a fucking chain. You want a chain? You got it. I know that shit sounds better than it is, but that's just the type nigga I am, dog.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But you know, we talked about.
But I'm also a scary nigga with a gun, so I'm gonna say that too.
Yeah, I guess just in case anything ever happen, they can use it. Hey, just in case, we can throw that in ether. Yeah. All right, Troy, you got a 5-year plan?
I'm also a scary nigga with a gun.
You got a 5-year plan?
Hey, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, I got to remember that I'm also a scary nigga with a gun, too. I'll be honest with you. And I'm not really scared, but, like, yeah, you come up to me and I feel threatened, I'm definitely telling police I'm scared shitless.
I want to get into, I want to read Ken comment one more time, and I want to touch on that, because that can go back into what we want to talk about to end it, to close this out.
That was a great comment, too.
Let's see.
Trip, you wild for that fucking comment, though.
Yeah, he's in his bag. Shout out to OG Trip, man.
Them fucking subliminals be crazy, man. Hey, Trip, let me tell you something, bro. Can y'all fucking rappers please stop throwing subliminals on the internet, bro? We know what the fuck y'all talking about, bro. I don't like subliminals. Either call those people or stop saying it, bro.
You know, for rappers, and I'm just piggybacking on what you said, for rappers to have such a way with words, they know how to not use them. That's just me. But hey, I you know, hey. But I ain't getting into that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't perpetuating that. I ain't gonna get into that black bag. Ken said, you gotta leave the culture vultures and folks who don't mean well alone in Augusta and abroad. But I wanna know what's going on. Gossip and entertainment aren't getting folks ahead. So now I'm in my bag. Now I'm moving down. So I want to start by saying I hate the J Report.
Only thing I hate more than Vlad is the J Report.
Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna lie. I hate pedophiles a little bit more than J Report. But I hate the J Report a lot, though. But I hate pedophiles a little bit more. I don't like what the J Report represents. And it represents, to me at least, I don't know what you mean. I get it. It's just, you're supposed to be reporting them people who got arrested. But what's that going to do for me?
Yeah.
What's that going to do for me? Okay, he got for DUI. Now what? So now I know it's public information. I know that. Now what? When it first came out, I didn't look at it that way. But now that you're older, you think about it, like, yo, it's crazy that they are charging people for one.
Bro, I think I told you this the first day I met you.
To get information that's free. But you know what? I'm gonna give it to you in a book with I'm gonna throw some jokes in there. I'm gonna have Sheriff Roundtree laugh at some jokes in there. We're gonna interview him and ask no real questions at all.
Habitual violators in the back.
Wanted people, I'm gonna give you some money. We can make some money if you want to. Like
ugly people on the front cover.
We're gonna joke. Have people in Arkansas, other states.
This nigga got his ass beat by the police, but we gonna put him dead slap in the front cover.
Right in the front.
Like he didn't get beat up by the police for no reason.
Make sure he's black.
This is a trans woman too. We gonna put this trans woman in the front because y'all gonna laugh at this too.
We got a pander.
Yeah,
we got a pander. So I don't like. And once I started to realize that, and I don't know when I started to realize it, but when I first started podcasting, I actually wanted to interview J Report. That's why I bought a mixer at one point, because I was going to interview J Report. Like, I want to get them. And the more you get into this game, that's what I'm saying. I was telling, like, even the EJs and all that stuff, like, experience, make it professional. You got to learn, go through
You had
things.
it lined up, though?
I talked to him and everything.
What happened? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I told him everything. I would ask him to rent a studio out because he said they have 5 people. I bought a mixer. I need a mic, only 4 inputs. So I was like, damn, I want everybody to have a mic. I wanted it to be perfect. I was going to do it. I was going to rent a studio. And then I started doing a podcast. I met Quinn. My mind changed. That quick.
Wow.
He's smart. He told me, he's like, why you want to do that for if this is your mission? Like, if this is what you're doing, like, what make you want to do that?
Damn, your mixer story way better than mine.
Yeah. Hey, what's your mixer story?
I already told you.
I
I brought it because I want to do a podcast with all my friends from Columbia County.
Oh no, these are my friends, but they're from Columbia County.
They are for real?
No, I don't know. They're white. I don't know. They're just white.
Nah, they not from Columbia County.
Probably not.
Ain't no way in
Probably
hell.
not. Probably not. But yeah, we spoke via email and stuff. We was back and forth. Like I said, they wasn't what they are now. Stuff was still $1, you know. But you gotta think they are profiting off first of all free information that's already online all the time. You can go see it for yourself. But you get in the book. You know why? Because they know certain people like gossip.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. Like, soon as you even told me we was gonna talk about the Jail Report topic, I said, Slim, make sure you say this on the podcast. Bro, my mom is from a town called Saline, Louisiana. I've been there multiple times in my life, lived there before. It's classified as a village because it's only 200 people that live there. There's no Walmart. The closest Walmart and McDonald's is in a town either 40 miles west called Jonesboro, Louisiana, or 40 miles east called Ruston, Louisiana. So it's basically in the middle of nowhere, in a 40-mile radius. So what they do is one gas station in the whole city, and it's one of those gas stations that sells the crispy chicken. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them country-ass gas stations. They go to that store every morning. It used to be a gas station right down the street where my grandma stayed, and they just sold beer and alcohol and shit. It was a juke joint. They just sold beer and alcohol. That's closed down. They go to this gas station, just a couple miles away. Everybody lines up to buy this fucking newspaper. They buy the newspaper, they buy the coffee, they go to their house, they sit in a rocking chair, they look at the newspaper, they drink the coffee, they meet up to play bingo, gamble, whatever the fuck you like to do, drink, sit under the shade tree, shit country niggas do, and gossip about what the fuck happened in town. The best gossip you gonna hear, besides a white man killing a black man, is somebody sold somebody land. Now, with that story being told, y'all niggas that wake up every day, go get a cup of coffee in the Jail Report. Shout out my nigga Joe. He still does that shit to this day. He been doing that shit since we was kids. Y'all some country ass niggas. And you can stop sending me the people we know in the Jail Report. I don't give a fuck, bruh. Bruh, if you see me on the Jail Report because I got a DUI, who gives a fuck? That is my business. Who gives a damn, bruh? What, y'all going, oh, you remember this nigga Slim? This nigga Slim got a DUI. Why the fuck do you care? What the fuck does that have to do with you?
Nah, I knew the Jail Report was getting crazy when they had people in there for speeding.
Yeah.
Like, why?
That too. Now my face is on there and people spraying it like my old girlfriend's parents is like, I told you he was a thug because I was speeding. They ain't tell you I was speeding in a fucking paid off Camaro. They ain't tell you that part. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I want to say this too. I don't know if I'm stepping out of bounds or not, but hopefully I'm not. Hopefully she cool with this. It's a girl on my timeline. I ain't gonna say her name because I don't want people to Google it if they watch this far or nothing like that. But she's kind of social media popular now. All right. She does a character. Okay. And I remember she had wrote the Jail Report one time years ago. Wrote the Jail Report because she was in there for a particular crime. Wrote them like, yo, please don't put me in the Jail Report. Blah blah blah. So it was embarrassing back then.
A petty crime?
Petty to me. Yeah, petty crime. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she wrote them. You know what they did? They put the letter in the Jail Report.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. That shit is not funny.
Don't laugh then.
No, man, that shit funny as fuck. I can't
chill out. But listen.
It's fucked up though. I'm only laughing because like
I'm not saying she ain't right.
That, bro.
I ain't saying she ain't right, but this is more to it now.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Some time passes by now. I think she works somewhere else. Does the same thing. So they put a double story in there about a double whammy in there, right? And I said, okay, I see they doing that.
She ain't write their ass again though, did she?
No, not this time.
Okay,
but they
good.
Put that but they were like, remember, you know how they do. Remember this person? Well, now they're doing this. Like they had this thing, and of course you're younger. You're like, oh wow, that's why she keep doing it? Why she don't stop? Blah blah. Cool, whatever. People do, they're gonna do whatever. I didn't dislike it then. I get all that. I got that. Let's sell a book, but what's funny is that she was pretty popular, so that's what made it like more like, oh wow, let's go check that book out. Remember, Facebook and all that wasn't like crazy how it is now. Wasn't
I got you.
accessible like it is
for
now.
all that.
But now that it's easily accessible, I think for me, my real sentiments on the Jared Report, because the jokes and stuff is cool. I'm cool with all that. It's the real stuff I don't like. It's when people lose their life, and it's how you word the article. We just talk about rappers with words. We talk about what's beef. We talk about what's journalism, what's snitching. What's a suitable title for someone who lost their life? What's a suitable picture for someone who lost their life? Because the Jared Report don't seem to know what that is. Doesn't seem to know what that is. Right? One thing, it's a few things I don't like about the Jared Report. But one, I don't like how they title stuff. I don't like how they deal or handle black crimes. Black people getting killed, dying. I don't like how they handle that. What really sparked this, of course, is a guy just passed away in a car accident. Now, I'm not close to the accident, but I did drive through there. I remember me and my daughters was driving through, and I'm like, damn. Even my youngest, she's 6. She was like, Daddy, I'm sad. Like, you could look at the car, you just knew somebody died. You just knew it.
Yeah. I know accidents like that.
It's like, damn.
I heard a lot of accidents, a lot of fatal accidents happen in that same area too. What is it about it though?
You see me talk about that on my podcast with Karen. I've been trying to get city officials down there, but I ain't getting to that. I ain't getting to that bag.
What is it though? Can you tell me real quick? What is it about the road that makes that?
It's nothing about the road, but it's just people can't drive sometimes. That part is not nothing the road.
Okay.
It's nothing the road, but it's Peach Orchard. It's heavy traffic. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you can't even get into the lane you want to get because that lane is like too short, that turn lane. So you got to come out a little bit, and people try to maneuver through. But not even that. So I saw the car. I'm like, damn, that looked crazy. I know somebody passed. I just know it because you could tell that how the windshield is. You could tell somebody came out of there. You know somebody came out of there.
Yeah.
The story come out. I recorded last night. You watched my recording last night. I'm editing now. I go around town. I should have screenshot it. And the Jared Report, just like in true fashion, like of course they're gonna do, they go, hey, such and such from the accident earlier who passed away is actually this person last year who caught this case. And I'm like, what type of, can you imagine that? Imagine you being like, damn a loved one and all that, but just ethically, like who greenlights that? Like, yes, let's put that out. Hey, the person who died there in a car accident got this crime from last year. Let's run that. Like, who's okaying that? You know what I'm saying? That's distasteful. It's disgusting. It's a slap in the face to the community that's supporting the Jared Report, which that's not. Don't get me started on that. I don't like the page at all. I wish I could block them.
I judge everybody that I know that like that page too.
I don't like the page. I judge them because when I look at what I'm putting out, I'm not trying to be selfish. When I look at the content I put out,
why the fuck we ain't got 100,000 page likes?
I need that.
Why we ain't got 100,000 page likes? What the Jared Report do?
And I guess it
I don't
pays,
even know how much they got now. They used to have 60,000 likes.
I ain't gonna say it pays, but I guess it.
Let me see.
It pays off to not have integrity. I guess we need to not have integrity, and we.
You know that shit.
And I know controversy sells.
It pisses me off when the Jared Report know they did some fucked up ass shit and they keep posting white people for like 2 days. I hate when they do that shit, bro.
That's my other problem. So
they just gonna keep posting white people for like 2 days.
Not even that. Give me a apology at least.
Yeah.
Hey, look, earlier we posted this. We're sorry. They know you're not sorry, but at least tell me you're sorry. At least make me feel like you care. You just gonna start posting other stuff like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I went through comments and guess what? The comments ain't asking why'd y'all post that. You know, I'm too busy to do all that. But
they're saying good riddance.
You know who they are.
Yeah, you know what I mean by they.
So,
bro, let me tell you, my dog Kale, man, it's my dog. One day, Kale was at my crib. He like my smoking buddy, bro. We smoked cigars together. We known each other since college. We used to hoop together when we both were skinny as hell. But Kale told me, he said, hey, bro, we were talking politics, local politics, which I rarely get into. He said, hey, bro, it's this page on Facebook. I'm going to add you, bro. You got to see why niggas in Augusta hate people in Columbia County. I said, all right. Bruh, it's a page on Facebook. It's called Augusta Today. Yes, I'm putting this shit on blast. It ain't nothing but the most racist white people in Augusta. Making posts and commenting on posts. Get these thugs the fuck out of here. Like going crazy. And it's the same people over and over and over again. And you know they got security and cameras at their house.
I hate the Jail Report. I just want to keep saying that as you're talking. So go ahead.
Oh, bro, this page is up there with the Jail Report. It's probably I hope I ain't exit the group.
Bro, it be the same people, all right? It's the same damn people.
It's the same people in this group I'm talking about.
It's
It's a guy named Brad Owens.
Bro, it's Coca-Cola and Powerade. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I know Brad Owens be commenting on the Jail Report. I know he do. Cause I'm telling you, bro, it's the same people in this one. It's a white lady. I can't think of her name, bro.
Why you? Also,
this is the group.
Also, years ago, somebody we both know, Dominique
Holloman, RP my dog, man.
Rest in peace, Dominique. He got killed. They posted a picture of him. Mind you, it's an article of a man getting killed. They posted a picture of him
Due to gun violence.
with poor representation. He got pictures on the page with his kids. Pictures on the page in the suit. They chose to represent him, a murder victim, in that light. And I remember sharing it, and I said somebody, and I remember they messaged me saying, hey, can you take it down? I said, fuck, no. I'm not taking it down. No.
They messaged you for real?
They messaged me, can you take it down? Oh, I sure can.
Damn.
I screenshotted it. I didn't just share it. I screenshotted it and posted it as a picture. You know what I'm saying? The picture. I sure the fuck can't. But that was corny, man. That was wild. Then they try to repost it with another picture. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with that, but
Her name is Tina too. I had to find her.
still disrespectful, bro. Just disrespectful. And I'll never rock with the airport. I would still interview them because I want to ask certain questions.
I love to be there too. If you ever got a chance to do that again, I love to be there also. I wish you would have did it the first time, honestly though.
Me too. I wish I would have because I could have reported and I could have hit him in the head right now.
Bro, but a lot of people gonna be asking this question while they're listening to this right now because this is a great podcast. I know people gonna listen to this all the way out. So I gotta ask the question to both of us, but I want you to answer first, of course. Why do you hate the Jail Report? Like, what is it about the Jail Report, and why do you feel like it's racist? Because a lot of people feel like it's not.
It's a very, very poor misrepresentation of black people. A lot of times, they not only do they misrepresent us, and when pictures and posting out when we pass away, they reporting us poor. They don't report on us the same. When it's a shooting and black people involved, it's thugs. It's gang members. It's research being done to find out if you're a gang member or not before they post a story. Instead of just posting young man, 16-year-old teenager. When it's when it's Grovetown or Columbia County, it's a little white boy. It's teenager. It's young kid. It's fatherless child.
You know I'm on your side with this.
But when it's a black kid, father or not, I don't care. Gang member. Father or not, I don't care. Ex-gang member.
Hey, man, it's crazy because me and Cooks was just on the phone talking about this today. And we weren't joking. We were dead ass serious. We was like, bro, the streets ain't been the same since Messi been gone. And I ain't gonna lie, the Jail Report did him dirty as fuck, bro. Bro, and this is my first time talking about this shit on camera, bro. Tommy had a birthday party. It was kind of like a Met Gala. They dressed up in suits, real nice young black men, bro. Dressed up nice, had a party. His close personal friends celebrated his 30th birthday party, bro. Great party. He hired me to do the pictures and the videos, bro. I guess he posted them on his page, and the Jail Report screenshotted them, bruh. And I'm here to tell you personally because I was at the party. The shit the Jail Report said on that article about him and the party was more than false.
Of course.
More than false, bro. They was talking about how they threw this lavish ass, expensive ass party. Bro, the party was at Savannah Rapids. Man, me and you can go rent the Savannah Rapids, bro. I've done 3 weddings at the Savannah Rapids. This is an affordable rental space. Nigga, this isn't Darling Hall. This is Savannah Rapids. Bruh, he had a bartender that everybody rents for parties. He had a DJ, shout out to Kid Joe, that everybody hires for parties, and a photographer, me, that works at parties all the time. But these niggas said he threw this extravagant ass party that was made off of whatever they alleged he did.
Like he was damn Great Gatsby or something.
Yeah, Great Gatsby's, and he was this big kingpin, drug dealing gangbanger that had this big ass house in Grovetown, but is from Augusta and fucking up Columbia County. I said, this is a disgusting article.
Speaking of that, that's another thing. They pander to Columbia County a lot, which is also probably is another perpetuation of the whole Augusta versus Columbia County thing too. But I remember why
they trying to make Richmond County look like a high crime area.
I remember reading an article one time. It was a shooting out here. It was a shooting out here, Washington Road, with some kids from Evans High or whatever, one of these schools out here. And in the article,
people want to.
Okay, chill out.
I'm dead ass.
In the article it said, kids state shooters were from Augusta. Yeah, and I said,
I remember that.
Now that's some bullshit. It's a shooting in Columbia County, but to make y'all, not you, but to make Columbia County feel safe, hey, they from Augusta, don't worry about it. We got it under control. Yeah. Nah, that's corny. It wasn't the Augusta Chronicle. It was the Jail Report. They're their own entity at this point. I also don't like the fact that, well, the editorial section is horrible. Like it just screams we're one-sided. That's just how I feel about the Jail Report. It's not for us. I completely agree. It ain't for us. It never will be. And the fact that they got the, I don't just like them. Once again, like with Vlad, I can admire how someone approaches what they do and not like the person. Austin Rose is not it for me. I know. Woo! I know you got your own thoughts on him, but he's not it for me. But they partner very, very well with Austin Rhodes, who also just loves when there's black crime. I think
when I first started this media thing, that's the number one person I wanted to interview. Now I don't give a fuck no more because the direction that I'm going in with podcasting, I could care less about having them type of guests on my podcast. But I still would like to have a conversation with him, even if it was off mic or on mic. I don't care.
It's media. I'm always willing to have a conversation.
His wife taught at my school though.
But
his wife was a teacher at Greenbrier High School.
She not no more though, right?
She still is.
I would say because sometimes he be tripping when people put his stuff. I remember the times they put the address on Facebook.
I mean, that's public information.
Yeah, but they put it, well, just like Jail Report. Somebody just sealed it up and made it look nice.
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm not saying what the Jail Report is doing is illegal. It's not illegal. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
Illegal. Just corny.
But yeah, it's just lame as hell. Just like, bro, my address is public information. You can type my name in. You can see all my fucking debt. You can You can see my
yeah. It's on Augusta.gov site anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, but like, why would I want to do that? That's just like, what else is public information? It's a lot of shit that's public information. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You might disagree with this, man. This is my personal opinion. I think people that go to the courthouse and get court records and make a list of all the fucking snitches, I think that's kind of corny too. Now, I do think it's a place for that. Somebody needs to do that because I think some of the street niggas need that information because for some reason, they won't go to that courthouse and find that out.
Well, Augusta need their own 1090 Jake.
Yeah, I agree. But I do think the people that do it is corny. Just like, I can't say this. I got to beat around the bush when I say this. My bad, man. I pride myself in being a real nigga, but I got to beat around the bush for this. I know someone that was on national television before, and they thought that shit was cool as fuck. They was on national television. I said, bro, that shit was lame as fuck. Just because you do something that's supposed to be put at a high regard, nigga, it's not like you goddamn was on. I ain't gonna lie. If you was on Making the Band, that shit kind of corny too. If you like, this nigga made you walk and go get cheesecake, and y'all niggas flopped. the fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, you walked and got cheesecake and flopped. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, niggas will do some shit that's supposed to be cool, but it's corny as fuck.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. And that's the jail report. Some corny ass shit. Shit corny as hell.
I just feel like the jail report time and time again shows us as black people, I mean, low class citizens, middle class citizens, that they don't give a shit about black people at all. And
Agree.
continuously, black people still choose to follow that page because, like my guy Ken said, I just gotta know what's going on. I just gotta know. So, and sometimes I want to challenge people and say, okay, well, look, at what point, like, what type of level of disrespect do you take? Because when you still like a page like that and you still support a page like that, that tells me your disrespect level your tolerance is very high. Because they disrespect you every day and people like you every day. But for some way, somehow, some reason, you just gotta like that page and follow because you feel like I have to know the ins and outs from this page.
Bro, Big King said some of the realest shit to me earlier today when we was potting. He said, people will think your life is boring when you're secluded and outside from what everybody else thinks is in. But he said in his scenario, he likes to hunt. So he said, don't nothing feel better than him than being in that stand. It's cold as fuck outside. It ain't nothing but you, a gun, and the nature, and you just soaking that in. And I compare that to me, like ain't nothing like being on the beach drunk, walking with your girl, breathing in that fresh wind off the breeze, and lying to your girl talking about, girl, when I get my first million, it's just gonna be me and you. I ain't never gonna leave you for a white woman. Ain't nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, bro. Like they say, man, mind your fucking business and drink your water.
You know, and with the jail report, I think too, when you're a consumer and you're strictly and solely a consumer, you don't see what we're seeing, right?
Correct.
You're not seeing that. When you in media, if you're doing something media and you start to see, okay, well, damn, words matter. How you put words together matter. How you title this video matter. How you title this story matter. How you title this blog matter. How you put them words together when it's about XYZ matters, right? Then you start to really realize, okay, they playing with me for real.
Yeah.
They really disrespect me because they know it matter and they still gonna call every single black person that's accused, mind you, not convicted, accused of a crime, gang member. They're gonna call them anything negative, any thug.
Facts.
It's never a young kid. It's never fatherless child. It's never teenager. It's thug. It's gang member. It's ex-convict. It's jailbird. You know what I'm saying? It's always something derogatory that's descriptive when it comes to us. Not saying that they don't never do it for white people, but they don't do it for all of them. I've yet to see them have a story of a black person being accused of something and it not be a derogatory, descriptive word to describe them. It's never black man.
If somebody gets gunned down, and they had nothing to do with the situation, they wasn't a gangster, they wasn't doing nothing bad, they just caught a stray bullet. And their side note is a DUI they caught 10 years ago.
It's in there.
That is insane, bro. What does this 10-year-old DUI got to do with this?
The thing that really prompted all this and that, why I got mad about with them talking about the young man who got killed in a car wreck was the fact that they said not suspect. They said see, I'm thinking about jail report saying suspect. He ain't did that, right?
He didn't even do shit.
They did say suspect, but it's fine.
For real?
Yeah, because he's a suspect in another case. Remember, the case not over yet. But
oh yeah. I got you.
The thing was, they said name released of victim from car crash earlier. Fatal car crash earlier. So they telling us, hey, somebody passed away. In that same title, not 2 words away, not 5 words away, not ... not comma. This person was also the same person from last year who got arrested for XYZ. So it's like saying, hey, this person died, but this is why you should not care. And
That's
that
exactly
shit
what
is
that
crazy.
says. And I don't care what nobody says. That's exactly what that says.
But for some reason, our people, us, not me, but we still choose to support them, and that is, I can't wrap my mind around that. I can't. I don't fuck with your report.
And for the people listening that may say I sound contradicting because I just said that thing about Joe Budden and like if I want to hear the shits, I want to hear the shits. Two totally different situations.
Those not the shits.
That's not the shits at all. Like, bro, if I want to hear, I might want to hear about Drake and Meek beefing. You know what I'm saying? And bruh might decide he don't want to hear about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me wanting to hear about what buddy that killed Trayvon Martin's doing right now. I don't give a fuck what he's doing. I can care less. Do not give me a report about him selling his fucking gun he killed Trayvon Martin for $100,000 to somebody for.
It's just
I don't even want to hear that shit.
It's always some kind of underlying meaning. Even if they don't say thug or gang member, they say student went to Josie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what that means to people. It don't mean Josie like, oh, good Samaritan.
Oh, you talking about the school with 69% black?
You see what I'm saying?
Attendance rating?
In the heart of the probably roughest area in Augusta. You know, you get these things.
Yeah.
So you know how we talk to rappers for like doing subliminals?
Did I say 69? I'm in 89.
You know how we talked about rappers how doing subliminals and like not saying what they mean?
Yeah.
They do the opposite. They say what they mean and it's not subliminal, but we would like to think that because we feel like it's no way they're gonna disrespect us like that, but they blatantly disrespect us all the time, every day. Jail Report is horrible. It's a nasty body of work. It's a horrible publication. It never did nothing to help Augusta ever. I can't think of one time the Jail Report saved a life.
Never.
Saved my life.
Never.
I can't name one time, but they banking off people being nosy, which fine. That's America. That's a little too American for me though.
But you know, you said something earlier that was kind of funny and it just reminded me of something. This shit ain't funny, but it's funny. You was like, they probably from Columbia County. It's funny you say that. They probably are. Because let me tell you, the last murder from Columbia County was a couple years ago. I can't remember what year. And I think it was a husband that killed his wife and killed himself. And the jail report reported on it and was like, homicide in Columbia County, first one since 2010 when a dyke woman killed such and such. Like, they made sure they let it be known that this is the first murder in Columbia County in like 10 years.
This happened, but it don't happen a lot.
Yeah, this happened. Like, we're gonna tell y'all. And like it's still being investigated. It never came back and said what really happened. This is still being investigated.
Not angry white man, right? No, not angry white man.
They
right?
also didn't describe that it happened right behind the Home Depot. They didn't say none of that.
In the heart of Columbia County.
Yeah, they didn't say none of that. Like 2 seconds away from the police department.
Jail Report is a bad body of work, man. It's horrible. It's trash. It's terrible. I hate it.
I hate the jail report, dog. I hate the jail report. I can say that shit 30,000 times. I hate the jail report. I wish y'all would stop sharing the jail report. I wish y'all would stop going to the jail report. I wish y'all would stop caring about who goes to jail. Bruh, I don't give a flying hoot nanny who goes to jail. I really don't even care what they go to jail for, bruh, because I'm going to be honest with you. 8 times out of 10, somebody's going to jail for something petty that I don't care about. I don't give a damn about you stealing headphones out of Walmart. Bro, you did something wrong? That's it, bro. I don't care about you going to the liquor store, rolling off of ecstasy, and had sex in the liquor store. That happened too before. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't care about your DUI. You made a mistake.
But what I do care about is when people pass away, especially black people, I want them to be recognized the right way or not at all.
Correct.
I want them to be treated with respect and not talk about, hey, they died, but look at the cases they had before they died. And don't get me wrong, it might be an instance or two where it may make sense to throw something in there depending on what the situation is. But a car crash, come on, bro. A car crash?
But you know, they gonna try to compare that too to like the Joe Budden and Adam 22 argument about reposting interviews after somebody passed. They gonna say it's one of them things.
No, it's distasteful.
It just is what it is.
Distasteful, yeah. I don't care who do it. And if anybody black works at the airport, something wrong with you. So, and I feel for you if you just have to work there and you just have to make ends meet. I ain't gonna tell you not to work, but something's wrong with you. But I'm pretty sure it's an all white society.
Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I'm joking. I'm hoping it's all white society.
I think it is, dog. I don't think it's no way it's a nigga out here who really just don't give a fuck enough where he can sit in the editing room. I don't even think Uncle Ruckus will approve of that shit. Like,
that's horrible,
Uncle
bro.
Ruckus will be like, hey, bro, like, bruh. And then
y'all doing too much now.
Yeah. Like, bro, then the nastiest shit they do on the jail report, dog, and this is just real. The nasty shit they do on the jail report. Somebody will call the jail report out about doing the nasty shit they do, and they will go on a run for a week or two calling white people thugs. Bruh, that's not what niggas is asking.
Hey, they got me their quota. Hey, look, man, we did for 2 weeks. You ain't see it back in February?
And then next time somebody call them out, they'll be like, bruh, go back and look what we did 2 weeks
February
ago.
19th to 25th, we was on their ass, man. I'm trying to tell
We was
you.
on their ass, bruh. I'm telling you, we was on their ass. We was calling
The
all
airport
white
is
people
fucking
thugs.
trash.
Man,
It's
bruh.
trash.
Bruh, you ever, all right, I got a friend, right?
Never did it.
Nah, you know people like this. You know people that like can't take a joke. So like when you was young, you used to joke on a nigga.
Yeah.
They used to be like, bro, you so fucking fat and stank. And the nigga be like, I seen your mama getting them goddamn food stamps the other day. You know what I'm saying? I got a friend like that, bro. And I'm trying to explain that to him that like, hey, bro, because he the type nigga like you'll be like, hey, bro, you don't get no women. And he'll be like, nigga, you got evicted and your fucking cousin smoked crack, nigga. And your mama don't love you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to explain to bruh, like, bruh, it's certain shit you just don't do.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You just don't, like, it don't matter if a nigga fire you up because you got on some fake Jordans. You don't talk about his mama smoking crack. Mm-hmm. You just don't do that. And he's like, y'all niggas can't tell me how to respond, nigga. That's like a nigga pushing me, then I shoot him. You can't. I'm like, bro, them is totally different scenarios. Totally different. But yeah, the jail port is one of them niggas. Like, for real. The jail port is one of them niggas, bro. Like, you can't tell the jail port how to respond. The jail port goes back to that shit I was saying earlier today about bullying. I was talking to Big Keen on the pod we did earlier today about bullying. I was telling him, like, he asked me, he was like, Slim, as a former bully, how do you feel about bullying? And I told him, like, I know how it affects people, and I would raise my kids, if I ever have them, not to bully people. Mm-hmm. Them people in that editing room had to have been bullied before.
And I'm assuming about only black people.
Yeah.
So there's that.
They probably went to one of the schools in Richmond County that has an 80 to 90% black attendance rate, and one of the girls they only like black kids.
Or another form of bullying that people can do that that's not talked about enough is, or they could have known some black people that was not supposed to beat the odds and was good at everything and better at a lot of things than them without even trying.
Yeah, because
And
white
that
people
pissed
hate
the fuck
Jay-Z.
off.
White people hate Jay-Z.
They hate that. You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't studying, I'm out, partying and all that stuff, and I'm getting A's, and you working hard and getting A's, you pissed off. If I ain't practicing in 2 months, but I come on the court and I start starting and I drop 20 points in the game, you pissed off. If your girls that I don't like at all are all over me, you pissed off. And I guess I'm bullying you because I'm black.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can't wait till the day we get on here and we say RIP the jail report.
Yeah, I don't want to buy the die. I want the publication to die.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just strictly talking about newspaper.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
But
Get them the fuck out of here.
I ain't got enough, man. I'm good. The jail report just pissed me off a little bit. That's a topic that pissed me off a lot for some reason.
Yeah, man.
That's why I wanted to end with that.
And freedom people that beat up 6ix9ine.
Yeah, you had ass, bro. Go to the jail report and find out they're not black. It's a wrap. They about to be pissed off.